Hey, how's it going everyone? I know it's been a while since I made a video, but I've decided that I'll be coming back to RS part-time until the combat rework is fully introduced, so that I can finish up 99 Slayer. I thought I'd record a lot of what I'm doing and make some videos for my friends and whoever else watches them. I got rid of my bank before I quit, so I'll be starting from just 3M in my bank and working my way back up to having top quality Slayer gear for the final 5M XP or so. So here you can see I have no Fury, and I figured this would be an easy first task for me to complete, as I can just do a fight kiln and then sell the Onyx and get a Fury. My good friend Pernicious lent me an Armadyl battle staff for the kiln, and I had a Gano set left over in my bank from before I quit. So here you can see, completed the kiln no problem, didn't use any brews as usual. Pretty easy for me as I've done well over 25 of them now, and yeah, I don't find it very difficult. Once you learn all the safe spots and you learn what you're doing, it's really quite simple to take it down, especially if you have Storm of Armor. It's just so powerful on most of the mage weak monsters in there. And yeah, so I didn't record me selling it and buying a Fury, but as you can see, here's my GE history, and I did in fact sell it and buy a Fury. So my first task that I did was Dust Devils, and they were half completed when I got online, but you know, I only had about 92 or whatever left, and decided to finish them up. So most people really hate on these as a task, and I really don't understand why. I guess back in the day they weren't very good for effigies, and you know, that was a major demotivator for most people. But now since effigies have been nerfed and you almost never get them anyway, I really don't see the problem with doing these, because, you know, they're a fairly quick task if you have an Iron or Steel Titan and you go to a high spawn or high population rather world, and because, you know, there's 4 or 5 of them respawning fairly quickly and you got a Titan doing a lot of the work, and you know, I can probably get around 50k XP in Slayer there per hour, which is pretty decent. So yeah, after that task I kind of realized I needed more money, because, you know, running around with no cannon and a full proselyte, not really gonna work, is it? So I just was like, okay, time to make some money. So I started brainstorming that night, and I was like, okay, how am I gonna make some money? Got up the next morning, and my good friend, again, same guy, Pernicious, he knew a few guys who were interested in leeching some floors, and so, you know, I did some duo suicide leech floors, 2S, 2L floors, and after just a few of those, I had enough money to buy myself a new cannon and 10k C-balls. It's actually surprising how cheap cannonballs are now. I think I bought them for 279 each, which is pretty good. I remember when they were like over 400 each, which was really deterred cannon use, I gotta say, because, you know, you're spending a lot of money on cannonballs then. I mean, to be fair, the extra 121 GP that I would have been spending then is, you could say it's fairly insignificant, but it does add up, because in just one day I think I used 5k cannonballs, which is quite a few, and I didn't no-life that hard that day, so, you know, 5k cannonballs in a day of not even no-lifing, the extra 121 each would have been 600k. So 600k a day for the next 50 days or so that it's going to take me to complete my goal, assuming I don't play all the time, which I won't, it would be another 30 mil, and, you know, that's a lot of money. So anyway, hopefully I can continue to sell the occasional floor, and hopefully it's a decent source of cash for me on the way to 99 Slayer. But yeah, I could just do kilns, but I don't want to be too reliant on borrowing my friend's gear, or, well, my battle stabs and stuff all the time, as, you know, it's kind of an unfair advantage. If anybody else were in my situation, chances are they might not have a friend who would be willing to lend them 10 million gear all the time. So I feel like it's more fair if I sell floors. And although you could say, yes, they are my friend's leeches that he knows, and you could say that's a little bit unfair because most people won't be good gears like me, and well, not that I'm that good, but you know, I can key fairly consistent floors, and you could say it's kind of unfair that I have friends who have leeches, but you know, it's like I can't like choose when I want these people to leech floors off me. I'm relying on them to occasionally be like, yeah, I wanna leech a floor. And I only make about 3 mil an hour from this because it takes time to find teams and all that. And you know, I don't have prestige. I'm not getting XP or anything. It's like it's 3 mil an hour, but I'm getting nothing else out of it. It's just pure cash. And yeah, I like dungeoneering, so it's kind of fun. But I also like kilning, and you know, kilning is 5 mil an hour, closer to 5 mil an hour. And so that's why I don't think it's really that unfair, because, you know, I have to, I can't just have cash whenever I want. I have to, you know, hope that these people are going to want to buy floors off me. So yeah, that's again, why I feel it's fair. So another thing is, you know, I thought I'd discuss why I came back to RS, even though the CB rework is coming up. And yeah, so basically what happened was I had my wisdom teeth taken out recently, and that's a pretty painful operation. And for, you know, a week after it's done, you've got a swollen face like I've had, and it's pretty terrible. I didn't want to go outside and stuff, didn't want to kind of be wandering around the street looking like I weigh 300 pounds. And yeah, that's how I felt about it. So anyway, I was just sitting around the house, and one day I decided I was going to go on RS because I've been playing another game called Team Fortress 2, but I'll talk about that in another video probably. And, you know, it just doesn't keep me as interested as RS does. RS has really been the only game for, I guess, the 7 years that I've been playing it that has really kept me entertained for a long period of time. Like, you know, a couple hours at a time. I can't do that with any other game. Just, I don't know, get bored of it. So, yeah, you could say RS is pretty boring, and yeah, I agree, it's pretty boring at times, but it's fun. Something about it just makes it fun to me. So, anyway, when I went back online, I kind of got thinking that there were a lot of things that I still wanted to do, and obviously, a lot of people know I did want to get a completionist cape, and, you know, I still do, but I really don't want to have to be doing a lot of dungeoneering after the combat rework. I have no interest in the combat rework whatsoever, and even if I did get a completionist cape, it would be useless to me as post-rework combat. Just, like I said, no interest in it, and I would just be wandering around with a completionist cape. Really, you know, I wouldn't be doing anything, because what do I like to do in the game? Combat. Why would I want a completionist cape in the first place? Combat, right? I don't want to go out and slay with it. And, I don't know, I just don't like the new combat, so I'll be quitting when that comes out for sure. But I thought I'd enjoy my last sort of, you know, month. Hopefully, be able to get 99 Slayer in that time. I think I'll have no problem with that, but anyway. That's why I decided not to go for the comp cape, but, you know, I did decide to go for 99 Slayer. The reason is that back in 07, I really wanted, like, it was the first time I decided I wanted to get a 99, and I wanted to get 99 Slayer. And I knew it would be a lot of work, and this was on my first ever account. And I think I got it to something like 80 Slayer back in the day. It was a pretty shit account though, but I was like 80 Slayer or something. I really liked the skill, but then I discovered PKing and made TC3, who was my pure account for a long time, and I ended up going main on it, as everyone knows, obviously. And I slayed on it a lot, and you know, it was richer than my other account, and that's why I decided to do Slayer on it, just because I was able to afford better gear and all that. And I ended up just deciding I was going to still be a PKer and all that, but I also want to do like PVM and Slayer. So I settled on a max 75 def build, and my YouTube background still has that, it still says max 75 def. And, you know, it was, that was an accomplishment I was fairly proud of, maxing out at 75 defense. But then after that, I didn't like PKing. The community's pretty terrible, so I just didn't stick with it, decided to max out at 99 defense. And, you know, I PK'd with that. It's pretty slow paced. I don't enjoy it nearly as much as I enjoy pure PKing. Kinda wish I still had a peer, but whatever. Not really a big deal at this point. I'd be quitting in a month anyway. So, yeah. Right. Slayer. So, I slayed for all my combat experience, basically, all the way to 138 combat. Got effigies and used them on summoning, because at the time I had no interest in other skills, so I just decided I would use them on the slowest combat skill for me. Got myself 99 summoning with charms and effigies. It was pretty awesome. Got myself all my other 99 combat stats through Slayer. Made a little bit of money, which funded 99 prayer. And yeah, 99 in every combat stat, which is pretty awesome. And it got me pretty high Slayer at that point, and I decided that, you know what, I can't quit happily without finishing off 99 Slayer, which was a long-term goal of mine. So, yeah, that's why I'm back, that's why I'm finishing it off. Going hardcore to finish it off, because I don't want to be doing it when the rework comes out. So, yeah. Anyway, hopefully I see a lot of you online. Maybe, you know, maybe we can do some Slayer together if we got the same task. I don't know about this co-op Slayer thing, but, you know, it seems kind of lame. But, yeah, hopefully I'll get to talk to everyone. Enjoy my last little while in the game. And, yeah, I will see you guys in another video.